Hey all, JTC here, and today I wanted to once again talk about stunlocking in Darktide. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was honestly surprised how divided people were over this in my last video. Now, I don't expect everybody to agree with me, and I think I would be naive if I were to expect every single person to agree with everything I said whenever I uploaded a video, but just for this specific issue, I was surprised that people were so divided over it. But I think that's fine, because something like this should be talked about and discussed, because if Fat Shark doesn't get a mechanic like this 100% correct, it's going to cause issues down the line. Now, I do agree that in a horde-based game like Darktide and Vermintide, every mistake should be met with a punishment of some kind. However, the punishment should fit the severity of the mistake you make. Some mistakes should be met with a punishment of instant death, like getting overheaded by the big armored ogrins, I think they're called Reapers, or positioning yourself poorly during a Plague Ogrin boss fight. However, most mistakes should not be met with instant death, because if they are, then the game becomes severely unfun and unfair. A lot of people were focusing on the second clip that I showed, when in actuality, I think people should be focusing on the first clip, which is where the person peeked a lasgunner and instantly died for it. In this clip, she had no way of knowing that lasgunner was there because the lasgunner had not fired yet and revealed his position. So when she peeked, she didn't expect a lasgunner to be there, and she couldn't see that he was there because the terrain was blocking it. Even if she did know the lasgunner was there and peeked at an inopportune time, an inopportune peek is not a severe enough mistake to lead to instantaneous death. I do think that an inopportune peek should lead to some health loss, but an instantaneous death is not acceptable for level 2 or level 3 difficulty. If every single mistake is met with instantaneous death or some kind of very severe punishment, the game becomes very unfair and unfun. There should be a sliding scale of severity of mistakes that lead to different severe punishments. For example, I already mentioned it before, but eating an overhead from a Reaper should kill you instantly, but a minor mistake like missing a headshot or, case in point, peeking at an inopportune time should not, and should just lead to a little bit of health loss. Lastly, I'm not sure if this is a bug, but right now you get shot pretty often when you're behind cover, either because your head is peeking out over the cover or because you can just get shot through cover, which means that even if this player in this instance was able to push forward and move up to that cover in front of her, she wouldn't have been able to actually take cover behind it and she would have gotten shot through it, which meant that the only option for her was to turn around and run away behind this pillar right here, but due to the range stunlocking, she would not have been able to, and she would have died. In my last video, I said that range stun should probably be removed. I'm going to retract that. I don't actually think now it should be removed, but it should be lessened so that stunlocking is not as prevalent as it currently is. Now, I do know that whenever you have toughness, you do not get stunned, and you only get stunned when that toughness goes away. But the problem with that is that toughness can go away so incredibly quickly that it essentially doesn't matter that you have it in the first place. Now, this could be something that gets fixed later on down the line when we level up and we get a bunch of different talents and extra stuff to help us, but as of right now, we have no way if that's going to happen, which is why I want to bring attention to the issue now. But once again, I want to hear everybody's further opinions. If you agree or disagree, please leave your opinions down in the comments below and we can all talk about it. See y'all next time.